In my previous videos, I have read a few chapters from my first book, which is called in English To Soul, Home and Back. It's about the way I work with Life Between Life sessions here in Sweden. And I read about my own session with my Life Between Life colleague in London, Angela Noon. And now I'm going to continue with another case in my book. This person is called a surgeon. He is a surgeon also, but of course his name is anonymous. And I did 3 5-hour-long Life Between Life sessions with him in 2014 and 2015, and I thought it was such an interesting meeting with this surgeon, so that this was the reason why I actually wanted to write a book in the first place about my work with Life Between Life hypnotherapy. So today I'm going to read about how this session with the surgeon started, and to tell you a little bit about him, and then to tell you some more things and to read about him in my book To Soul, Home and Back. So this chapter is called The Surgeon, and it starts like this. The 45-year-old surgeon scheduled an Life Between Life session with me after he had read the books by Dr. Michael Newton. A husband and father with a promising career in a field of surgery and medical research, what he lacks most is time. A spiritual calling and a strong urge to be of service for a higher good were included in his list of what he wanted to explore in his first Life Between Life hypnosis. I'm open to what may come of the session, he said. An open mind is always a good start, I thought. Here is a dialogue from a passage in his first Life Between Life session. The surgeon is in a past life as a soldier. He's really a killing machine named Ray. And I ask him, why did you incarnate as a soldier, Ray? I had a mission. I was one of the 1,000 souls that had to descend at this time. We had to take a stand against this. There was a choice from the beginning. We knew this would come, and I had to be part of it. Not because evil wins, but because the power of evil was very strong. It was a choice. For me, this goes without saying. I did not have anything to learn from the battlefield, but I did what I had to do. So, Ray, what you are saying is that many souls descended at this moment in time. May I ask you if you are aware right now or what the underlying reason is that so many souls descend to Earth and take part in a certain historical event, as a war, for example? And the surgeon says, deeply hypnotized, it's all about education. It is like a school. He laughs. It is terrible, but imagine that you act out to be a teacher, but you do not, or maybe you do, but if you descend with experience, you are not affected so badly by it. You just go there, and you just go in there. The others, they suffer, they are tormented and experience all the bad things. You are also a part in it, but it does not get to you. But it gets to the other people. They learn from it. Sadly, they must experience this suffering so that enough amount of people will realize that we do not want this anymore. So then you descend as Ray. When you descend as Ray, you have a specific mission, and you are not affected like those who learn something from the suffering they go through. Did I get this right? Yes, that's right. In this specific case, I did not descend to learn something. I descended because force must descend. That is the way I'd like to express myself about this. Okay, so force must descend. Can you explain what this means? It is not just me, but many, many others who choose this way. So I say, I'm curious to know if anybody organizes this in the spirit world, that so many shall descend when a thing like this is about to happen, or does every individual soul feel a calling or something like that? He says, the information I get is that we feel what is happening on earth when we are in the afterlife. We do see and know, you see, because we are not disconnected. This depends on our level, how much we are part of what happens on earth. Well, I'm not, but there are those who are taking part in it. They try to push things in the right direction. We are able to choose very destructive ways, and this was a very destructive one. He means World War II. And huge sacrifices were demanded from many. Yes, so this is a dialogue then with the surgeon, deeply regressed to his life as the soldier Ray. And in a life between life regression like this, we kind of warm up, as Dr. Michael Newton called it, to first do a long relaxation and then go to early childhood memories to kind of, the warming up is about getting used to being in such deep relaxed state, and at the same time have a conversation with me as I'm asking questions during the time the client is in deep relaxed state. So here I'm going to read a chapter from when the surgeon is in an early childhood. He is 7 years old as we have this conversation with him in deep hypnosis then. The chapter is called Childhood Memories. The initial phase of the life between life includes the warming up of soul memories. In hypnosis, there is no sense of time, so for most of my clients, it is a quite natural process to regress to childhood. The surgeon is now back perceiving himself as a 7-year-old child. Yes, so I am asking him, would you like to tell me what you enjoy doing now when you are 7? He says, it has very much to do with war, Indians and things like that, cowboys and a lot of soldiers. Sounds like fun. Can you tell me more? We play with small figures and we run around outside in the woods as well. Mostly it is Indians and cowboys, maybe a rifle, maybe a hat. Sometimes we have shotguns. That's nice. Continue, please. I get so many pictures now. I am mostly busy with arranging small figures to play with. I enjoy it so much. Now I'm aware of building things with my small soldiers and arranging them as I would like them. Now I feel I'm in this scenery. Very good. Tell me what happens. They look like small soldiers. They look like they are from the Second World War. And I say, continue please. It gets really exciting. It is not like a routine, but what I can say, I tend to arrange them the same way every time. I do not understand why I like to play this way, and I ask myself this question now, and the answer is therapy. Now words keep coming inside me and I hear the word need. This is a kind of a good thing for me. And I tell him again, tell me more. There are so many soldiers that I play with now, often. I do not always arrange them the same way, but in a very similar way. How do you arrange them generally? I'm always one of the allies. Yes, we are the good ones, always fighting against the Germans. Yes, always. There are the Japanese too. Do you play this game alone or with others? This is my game. As a matter of fact, it is a game I play alone. Yes. I always start with putting all the men into proper positions. Then I must make sure that the good guys win every time. And so they seem to every single time. I remember he laughed. Do you make any sounds when you play? Boom! And sounds like that. I think there is very much machine gun there. How do you feel when you make the sounds? The feeling is that this comes very naturally. It's like a habit. It's not pleasant, but natural and obvious. These are the words I get now. It is about needs. So this is what you do very often. Is this something that feels familiar to you? Yes. When the game is over, it seems that there are many dead, and he laughs, deeply regressed. Ha! But they are just made of plastic. And it sounds sounds like a relief. He realizes they are made of plastic. How do you know when the game is over then? It is when most of the Germans are dead, you know. Okay, thank you for letting me know this. Is there anything else that you would like to investigate now when you are 7? No, things are all right. I feel actually quite all right and relaxed after all. Telling me about his game with plastic soldiers, the surgeon has already been in deep hypnosis for about 1.5 hours. I notice that he seems to relax nicely as we go along, so I decide to regress him deeper into a younger age. And I would like to read a very short chapter which is called I Can Crawl, Stand and Sit. Now I invite the surgeon to go back to the time when he is 1 or 2 years old. Here is what he's telling me. I tell him, please tell me about your first happy memory as a baby. The feeling is that I'm crawling and looking up at my mother who laughs. I'm so happy. She seems genuinely happy about the fact that I appear around the corner. Tell me, can you stand on your feet now? I crawl and I sit and I stand. I cannot really say. I think I can stand. I don't know if I can walk, but I can crawl. What is your mommy like? Yes, mommy is genuinely happy that I exist. Sounds lovely. What can I say? I feel happy that I can make her happy. This is how it feels. Moving, isn't it? Okay, so I think this is enough for this video, and I will record the continuation with the surgeon going into the womb, in his mother's womb, before we then proceed to his past life as the soldier Ray, and then we carry on to his death moment and to his life between life, and which I will tell you more about in more videos. So I record every video in English and Swedish, and then I do interviews. My topic is always about my passion for the soul. And I have recorded already 2 interviews, but they were in Swedish, and I will record soon a few interviews in English with exciting guests. So I hope you will stay with me on my YouTube channel and check in once in a while to see if I have recorded new videos. And if you want to give me some likes, makes me very happy. Some adrenaline going, of course, like with all these likes. And if you want to give me some comments, and always when I have guests, I will give you the information about the guests. So if you want to get in touch with those are practitioners, some of, not all of them, but some of them are practitioners doing exciting things, so maybe you want to get in touch with them. So I will provide you, of course, with the information. So thank you for now, and I hope you will listen. And thank you for listening today. Bye-bye. Take care.